I'm alive. Hey everyone, welcome to the Polygon Forest. Today we are joined as ever by Mr. Christopher Jarvis, the indie dev.
Hello.
And I'm Vin Hill, the Ubisoft concept artist. And today we're watching the Nintendo Direct for the 23rd of September 2021.
Yep.
We're just we're waiting for it to go live right now. So
Yeah. Exciting times. There's no sound, so we don't know whether or not what the sound levels are gonna be like when it goes live, but we'll just have to wing it. We just have to figure it out.
yeah, I figured we'd just go nuts, see what happens. Yeah. Is there, like, before it starts, like, we got 1 minute to go, like, it might just start in, like, is there anything that you're particularly, like, excited about?
I think, well, there's been some talk about Mario 64 remake or remaster, so that's been floating around.
Yeah, that might be interesting.
So that's a possibility. Yeah, so a new Mario game, like when we had our E3 talk.
You mentioned this last time, yeah.
I wanted a new Mario IP, like a completely new series or something. What about you?
I want a Nintendo 64 Classic, but it is starting right now, so
it's starting.
Yeah, we're gonna switch over to this thing and see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We got sound.
Yep.
Ho ho ho.
Okay. Be good. Come on, Nintendo, you can do it.
Straight in. No intro, no talking.
That's good. Oh.
Maybe they listen to our criticism and
yeah. Well, they've
change
already got
things.
the bad frame rate, so it's a good start. Monster Hunter.
Yes.
It's got to be Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
It's probably a Smash character actually from Monster Hunter.
A Super Smash character like Kirby's gonna come and eat the dragon. Rise Sunbreak.
God, that title is far too long. Come on. That could have just been called Monster Hunter Sunbreak. That would have been fine.
Yeah.
Is it a DLC? Is it a sequel? Like, what is it?
Summer next year. We do not know. I'm guessing it's a
Guess it's a sequel.
whole new game.
Oh, it's an expansion. Massive
Oh, it
expansion.
says expansion. Ah,
Let's make a new game.
yeah, they never will.
Hello everyone, I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
Gotta get
What
the
you
bow.
just saw was the first trailer for Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak, the massive expansion for Monster Hunter Rise.
Very stilted translation voice.
Our friends at Capcom are working on many new elements that will enhance the experience for players of Monster Hunter Rise,
How?
including new stories, locales, monsters, and, although not touched on in the trailer,
New monsters in Monster Hunter.
Quest rank.
Shocking.
Really?
Yeah.
Monster
I'm just
Hunter
taking a
Rise
piss. Like, I apologize when Nintendo fans. Like, this is probably like huge news for people as well. Like,
Yeah,
it's
this is probably
really
huge
big
news to Monster Hunter fans. Yeah.
Please stay tuned for more.
It's a very grindy game though. Like, I've tried it before.
All right.
I've not tried it.
Did enjoy it, but like when you're in the actual fights and stuff, like it takes a long time to kill monsters sometimes.
Right.
During the day or at night.
Yay.
Gabby?
It's almost time to party in the Mario Party Superstars game. Along with Spaceland and Peach's birthday cake, several other boards make their
Okay.
return. Take a stroll around Woody Woods, but watch out for
Woody
the
Woods.
moles. They'll change the board's direction
Moly
when
moles.
least expect it.
There's definitely some
Travel
puns
between
in
two
there.
islands and Yoshi's tropical island. Toadette's got the star, but she might swap places with Bowser at the last second. Party
I've been
day
thinking about
and
getting
night.
Mario Party as like Harrison's first video game. My boy, he's 5.
It's good for parties, ironically.
Because it,
Stars for
right,
unironically,
yeah.
I should say.
players. Need a break from boards?
But you wouldn't
Head
play
to
it by
Mountain
yourself, I
Minigames
guess. Like,
and
it's
play
one of
in
those games, you know.
minigame-only courses.
Yeah.
Compete against players worldwide for the longest win streak in survival, or work together in the cooperative multiplayer tag match.
Is it any good?
Mount
2
Minigames,
players, do you
7
reckon?
courses available.
I know.
All
knows?
boards and minigames support online play. So invite family, friends, and
Frenemies.
and get ready
What's that
for
translate to in
multiplayer.
Japanese?
Tomodachi,
Mario Party
I don't know.
Superstars launches on the Nintendo Switch system October 29th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. A new RPG is in the cards.
Let me guess. He uses cards as a mechanic.
Welcome to Voice of Cards.
At the Queen's behest, you'll set off on a fantastical journey to slay a fearsome dragon for honor and fortune.
Nope, looks like card
Everything in
game.
this realm
That's a lie.
is represented as cards, from the protagonists to shops, towns,
Looks like it should be a Steam game, really.
and environments. In
Yeah, it
this
looch like a
fresh
mobile
take
game.
On tabletop
Which
RPGs,
it might be a lot deeper than
square
that, but
off in
that's how it's coming out.
turn-based card battles, where your
I think it
skills
would do better as
a
that
little
as
bit
well, you know? Like this on an iPad or something.
Yeah, swiping and stuff. Oh, this kind of looks like that game from Assassin's Creed.
a
Gwent?
spellbinding experience.
Oh, that's
No, that's
The
uh,
Witcher.
Minds of
that's
Yoko
Switcher.
Taro,
What's the one in Assassin's
whose
Creed
cycle
called?
is about to unfold.
There isn't one. in
It
Assassin's
looks like that.
Creed. I don't think there is a card.
Yeah, the card game where you get the
Voice of
tokens,
Cards.
and the tokens have powers, and you
Oh, you mean in
versus-
Valhalla?
Launches on Nintendo Switch
Yeah,
October
yeah,
20th.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Pre-orders and a free demo will be
That was a good
available
game. I
today
love that
on
game.
Nintendo eShop.
The little mini game.
Yeah, some people really got into it. You can buy like the physical sets as well.
Become a hero or an absolute disaster of a human being.
Here come the pots.
You awaken in a hotel room in the city of Revachol, devoid of your
Original.
Soon, you learn that you're a detective and get entangled.
Apparently this
in a
game is
strange
absolutely
murder
fantastic.
case
I
in the
still haven't gotten around to
groundbreaking
it.
role-playing
There's a
adventure
definitive
Disco
edition on
Elysium,
the
Final Cut.
I think it's PS5
As you
as well.
interrogate people and uncover clues,
Okay.
internal dialogues will begin.
Yeah, it looks
To
really toned down
investigate,
like graphically
You'll
on
need the
this
help
one.
of the 24 skills
Ah.
living within you. Your behaviors and available choices will change depending
Saying
on
that, I
how
am
you
looking at it
develop
on a
these
huge
skills,
screen. Like it might look
directly
great on
impacting how the story progresses.
a
Yeah.
handheld, you know.
I'm looking at it this big. It looks alright.
Yeah.
Because I'm on one monitor.
Detective
Yeah, yeah.
So I need to see your face as well.
Disco Elysium, the final cut.
imperative
launches
for my
digitally on Nintendo
viewing
Switch
pleasure.
October 12th.
Can't enjoy games without
The
looking at
game
your
will launch
face.
Early 2022.
Disco Elysium, that was it.
Pre-orders for the digital version begin today.
Disco
on
Elysium.
Nintendo
Oh
eShop.
yes, that has got
Uncover more stories in Hyrule Warriors. Age of
Hyrule
Calamity.
Warriors. What's your hot take on that, Vin?
I don't play Mushu games, which is like the crowd attacking games. Like it's sort of a trope that's in Japan only, really. But
Yeah.
like Rachel fucking loves these games. Like she really likes them.
Yeah,
So I can imagine she
should be
would
happy
enjoy
about this. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. She likes like
No? Oh.
Warriors Orochi and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
but it's a similar thing. Like it's just a massive crowd on a battlefield, and you just it's button mash basically.
The fact that they're talking is just weird. Because I'm like Nintendo 64, like Ocarina of Time. They don't talk. They just go. "Rup, rup, 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 rup."
Yeah, Link still doesn't talk in Breath of the Wild, which is really it's 2021, man. You know.
Get a voice share.
Yeah.
Be heard.
But fans are super passionate about that. Like, no, Link shouldn't talk, and it's like the only reason why he couldn't talk before is because the game is 30 years old.
Yeah.
That's it.
It just would have cost too much money to. There's not enough
if
space
possible.
to put the
Yeah.
voice files. Yeah.
But now it's possible. Like, we should totally do it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, they are milking
What would he
Breath of the
sound
Wild.
like though? He'd probably sound quite feminine, I imagine,
Yeah.
because he's meant to be. He's designed to be
Ready, set,
like
Chocobo!
in between genders.
Start your engines and get
Jesus.
set for a
Chocobo
new
racing.
racing experience. Race as familiar Final Fantasy characters like Chocobo and Gilgamesh to be the first across the finish.
To be fair, like this is a good place to put Chocobo Racing on the Switch.
Edge
So
out
I
the
don't
competition by
blame him.
using drift boost to cut corners. Magical stones called
What has
Magicite
this
are
got?
contained inside
I mean,
items. Collect these throughout
everyone's
the
just going, how is this
Magic like
different to
fire
Mario
and
Kart?
arrow to
Yeah,
Like-
but it's a similar thing. It's just they're taking all the
Acquire
characters from Final
Magicites
Fantasy
with the
instead of
same
Mario.
element to cast even
So
more
it's a very
powerful
similar
spells.
situation.
Milking that cash cow.
Yeah, you got him. That frame
Each
rate though,
racer also
you just
has
see
a
it.
special ability. Use it at the right time to turn the
I think I've just been like spoiled over the past year from playing on next gen, I guess. Like when I see
Yeah.
30 FPS now, like it hurts a little bit.
Local and online
This could be
Yeah.
fun though. Like this is good for Final Fantasy fans at least, and it belongs on the
Yeah.
Switch, I would argue.
up to 64
Oh yeah,
players
yeah,
can
yeah.
compete in a
If there's going to be a
bracket
Final Fantasy racing game, yeah.
Chocobo GP races exclusively onto Nintendo Switch next year.
It's a big up.
What did you think? Before we show you our next video,
Joke
did you think,
about
Chris?
we have some news about the last fighter for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate
yeah.
Game.
Who's it gotta be? It's just
Mr.
like
Sakurai,
Robot Mario
the
or
game's
something.
director, will reveal
Yeah,
this fighter
it'd be
in the
like
final
Mario
Mr.
meets
Sakurai Presents
Terminator.
video on October
FPS.
It's an announcement of an announcement.
4th. He'll also show you how to use this fighter,
Ugh.
so please look forward to it.
How about you show us now, dude? I don't know.
3 years since the game was released. This will be the last presentation about Super
That's like the
Smash Bros.
email about arranging a meeting for a meeting. It's just like, ugh.
Next, please take a look at this.
Nah, we're just gonna tune out
Dunno.
now. Just turn it off.
What have we
Pokemon.
got? Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Could be, could be.
Is it like Ellie from The Last of Us? Is that gonna be the?
It's the Switch version of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Switch version of The Last of Us? Could you imagine that? How funny would that be?
Shoot them with like, I don't know,
Yeah. Toy arrows.
cork gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foam bricks.
Kirby. Foam bricks. Nerf guns. Oh, Kirby.
It's like Kirby and post-apocalypse.
Is it a Kirby game? Kirby The Last of Us.
The Last of Kirby.
The Last of Kirby. He's got to eat all
Forgotten
the,
Land. There we go.
got to eat all of the zombies.
Gold.
This is weird because it is post-apocalyptic
Yeah, like,
setting,
where are the
but they're
people? Did
playing
Kirby
happy
eat them all?
music. What happened to make this place so ravaged?
Kirby.
Something really bad happened,
Kirby ate them all. That's what happened.
and there's just happy music. I don't know. This is so bizarre.
Yeah, the
I'm
juxtaposition
really
of that.
freaked out. These are the wild animals that roam the land after humanity's been wiped out.
This is literally what you get when you ask Nintendo to do the Last of Us sequel. This is what you get.
This is. That is
It's
probably
bizarre.
it. That
Yeah.
probably was happening in the boardroom. Like people really love this post-apocalyptic landscape. Let's whack it in a.
Yeah, like the
Kirby
Kirby
game.
team were all assembled and like, yeah, this Last of Us game is doing really well at the moment. You know?
It must be the fact that it's post-apocalyptic. Oh my god, it looks cool.
Yeah, I mean it's Kirby. Like people will love this. And the Forgotten Land, where everyone died.
Where everyone died under mysterious circumstances.
That's great.
That's
That's pretty close up.
That was the trailer for Kirby and the Forgotten
That's just. I don't know.
Where did they go, dude?
This new game, you can freely move around in 3D areas.
Because there's roads, so there'll be cars for
Right.
people. There's escalators in a shopping
The setting
centre.
also appears to be mysterious, filled with abandoned structures.
Past
from
civilization.
What lies in store for Kirby?
How about
The game
humans?
is scheduled to release in spring 2022.
That's so bizarre.
We hope you'll look.
That's
forward
the
to
weirdest
new
thing.
adventure. Next,
Just, you know, casual world wiped out.
please take a look.
Of all the things where you're like, what are you expecting, Chris? I wasn't expecting that.
The Last of Kirby.
The Last of Kirby.
No,
We were
Animal
joking
Crossing.
about it, and it was true.
Why?
Is it another expansion? Like a
It's gotta
hotel
be.
expansion?
Yeah, it's always. I mean, people will play the crap out of this until the end of time, though, so I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I think it's been a while since our last thing, anyway, so. Animal
New
Crossing Direct, more
Horizons.
details in October. Stop announcing announcements.
Oh.
Since its launch in 2020, the Animal Crossing New Horizons game has been enjoyed by many players around the world. New free content will arrive in November.
But what?
Is it a post-apocalyptic?
In preparation
Pack or
for its
something?
release, We will be airing
Just everyone in Animal Crossing dies.
Horizons Direct in October. In it, we'll go over
Zombies
the
start
content
coming along.
This is the prequel to the Kirby game. Oh, look out for the air date of the presentation. Come on, that is a sentence that you shouldn't be saying at a press conference, yo.
No.
2 games, 1 game update. And
Especially when you
lots
say
of fun.
what is going to be in the announcement as well.
4 more free content is coming to the Mario
Oh my
Golf
God.
Super Rush game.
This didn't go down well, I heard. Like, people that played it are not playing
Yeah, I
it
heard it
now.
wasn't that great. It's just expansions, man. There's a lot of expansions here. A lot of talk about. The Kirby stuff is cool, but we need more stuff.
Yeah, because it
Something
looks
new.
like it's got a decent single-player adventure, like, decent level design. I can get into that, for sure. I mean, it's bizarre as heck, but it's going to be entertaining.
I'm interested, at least. Like, if it was just Kirby and, like, random Kirby land or whatever, then I probably wouldn't be looking at it, but
So maybe they're onto something, maybe they're onto something.
I'm looking now.
What's this? An invitation. You're invited to live in a magical world with Mickey Mouse and dozens of Disney characters. Spend time with Disney friends.
This is literally, if I die and go to hell, this is what is put in front of me. And Nintendo get
One
the...
thing you must always remember.
Just get, yeah,
Stay human.
the old one.
This is the city, humanity's last stronghold.
Oh, really? Dying Light 2 is coming to
Turn
Switch?
people into the undead. In the cloud version.
What?
of Dying
Oh,
Light
cloud
2
version.
Stay
Okay,
Human,
never mind.
You'll need to master both
Oh, so streaming from
Yeah.
combat to survive.
servers. So it's the same game, just 30 FPS.
Explore alone, or with up to 3 other players in online co-op. as
Not
you unravel
HD.
the dark secrets of those in power during the day.
Yeah, I wonder how many zombies we'll see getting killed in this, because like these are usually quite kid-friendly. It's just like people
Yeah.
farming and stuff for the whole trailer.
No matter where you're at,
And then just pushing people.
there's one
Right.
thing you must always
Yeah.
remember.
Just
Stay human.
mildly aggressive.
While you're at it, take the prequel on the go.
Yeah, not a single zombie has been killed yet.
Not a single death.
Supplies, craft weapons,
That is fascinating, isn't it?
of the infected.
Can you imagine being the marketing team like, hey guys, you need a trailer for the Switch version, but
Stay human.
No killing.
no killing.
Yeah.
Launches on Nintendo
What?
Switch
You can't show
Just
any zombies,
farming.
no gore.
A free demo will also launch the same day on Nintendo eShop.
Wild.
Dying Light Platinum Edition comes to Nintendo.
It's clever though.
Switch
They need to
for
push
new
this cloud initiative a lot more
Pre-orders
on the
begin
Switch
today
anyway,
on
because this
Nintendo eShop.
that console is going to look really
this-
old really
this-
quick soon.
The
Utility,
Steam
morality,
thing's just gonna
or
clean up,
liberty.
yeah.
In Triangle Strategy, a fiery chronicle of war presented in
Oh, this was
stunning
announced at E3.
2D.
Looks cool.
Your
I like the
action
art
leads you
style.
through a riveting
Yeah,
story
this
that
like
changes based on
pseudo
the decisions you
isometric
make.
pixel art
In the end,
with depth of field looks
where will your
amazing.
conviction
Like I love
guide
this stuff.
Mm.
You have gone
So the
to
camera's
one
isometric,
place
but
I
the
cannot
focus is
follow.
depth of field.
in response to the
Interesting.
survey about
It's
the demo
really cool.
released in February of
And
this year,
the only thing I don't like about it is like that overuse of bloom. Like everything's like really blown out.
Yeah,
You know.
these include adjustments to the difficulty,
but again, it's because they haven't got any resolution.
camera angle
So they
control,
need to do that so you don't see the
the ability to
pixels.
reduce
Looks
random
awesome though.
dialogue, and streamlined game flow and loading times.
That's a
More
weird
details
thing to
are
say.
now available on Nintendo.com.
Streamline loading.
what? Trying to get people to go to the website.
Triangle Strategy will launch on Nintendo Switch March 4th,
I'm interested.
2022.
Looks
Pre-orders
cool
begin today on Nintendo eShop.
visually. Is old Sam Sam?
Yeah. Old Metroid. I mean, this is going to be awesome. Like Metroid fans are rabid for this stuff, so they're going to love it.
It's interesting we're seeing some more of it.
Yeah, they've really
Although,
pushed this.
is it different to what we've seen already on the
I think so.
E3?
I mean, it's not going to be like crazily different, but the fans are going to know.
It looks slick. Looks really well done.
I mean, it looks awful on a big screen, but playing in handheld mode, like I'm actually really interested in this, but probably won't play it on the TV, I don't think.
That close-up was a bit. The textures, it's just like, come on.
Yeah, man, they're really pushing that Tegra X1 chip.
I mean, that being said, what they're doing with it is,
Oh yeah,
you know, They are
Oh.
rinsing it, but yeah.
Yeah, the Switch Pro
Sold.
should have had more power in it because it deserves it.
The most powerful bounty hunter in the galaxy embarks.
The fact that they can already emulate these games and stuff, and they look like you can emulate them in 4K and make it look like the actual, better than the actual console can already. It's sort of nuts. That's how far behind it is. But they're making money, man. They're making a lot of money, so I can't blame them.
Early readings reveal that planet ZDR is divided into
Okay,
multiple
new biomes.
environments,
This is cool.
each with its own elements.
It does. I mean, yeah. For how, if you think about how old the console is, this is impressive stuff. What we're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I got my NVIDIA Shield, which has got the same chip in it, in like 2014.
Yeah.
Visit Metroid.nintendo.com to read Metroid Dread Report Volume 8 for a detailed account of the terrain.
Oh, the stilted British accent, you gotta love it.
Encounter in the Metroid Dread game. Be sure to view
Visit
the
their
Metroid
website.
Dread reports there as well. You'll want to prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself.
They're really pushing people to the website all of a sudden. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Launches on Nintendo
I wonder why
Switch
they're doing that.
October 8th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Not sure.
Yo got me.
How was that? Up next, we have
How was that, Chris?
Nintendo Switch
How
Online.
was it?
Yeah.
Many people have been using Nintendo Switch Online since it launched
N64
in
games.
December
N64 games.
Yeah.
Add N64 games to Nintendo Switch Online, and I will pay for it.
It only cost £1 million.
planned content.
It's quite cheap.
Yes.
That's all I wanted. No, this is a lie. What I actually wanted was a Nintendo 64 Classic. Like, that's what I wanted.
Ah, okay.
This is a good second. Like, at least we get the N64 games.
Lilac Wars.
I think the system gave many players their first 3D gaming experiences,
Original Mario Kart.
as well as intense 4-player multiplayer action.
I'm good with this. This is cool.
On Nintendo Switch, up
Yeah.
to 4 people can play select Nintendo 64 games locally or online.
So now you can realize how similar all the new games are to the old
Also,
ones.
with this new
So now you can compare them, and when you're shocked, there's not much difference.
Oh. Wait, what?
Sega?
you can play a collection of games from Sega's Genesis.
Oh, that hurts. Like my childhood
Genesis
rivalry.
system.
Oh, that hurts.
This means you
Echo.
can play these classic games whenever and wherever you
Oh, this literally the
Wow.
little Sega fanboy inside of me. Like this hurts.
Nintendo
You know,
Switch Online,
Why? Because it's on
because
the Nintendo.
it's on the rival. Yeah.
as well as the ability to play the included Nintendo 64
Wow.
and Genesis games.
That's cool.
This is Nintendo Switch
Wow.
Online
Well played.
expansion pack. This new membership plan will be
Membership
added
plan.
later.
Oh, so you got to pay like a subscription for
Yeah,
it.
it's a subscription, and you can get access to it.
You'll still be able to continue using the existing plans.
It's a new membership.
Also, those who have an existing membership plan can change over to the
How
new
much
plan.
more is
So
it?
people
though?
that paying, people that are already paying don't get the new.
This new membership
Oh my
plan
god.
That's a
the
blow.
exact release date
Oh.
and pricing information. For now, however,
New
like to
pricing
announce the
plan.
games
So they're
that
gonna
will be
put it up.
available when
They're gonna
they
put it
release.
up.
You'll be able to play the Nintendo 64.
I know. I want to pay.
Dude, the
money
games
and
are
have
like
it.
20 to 30 years old.
They're
Like,
so old.
yeah, like
Oh,
you
Rise-
are literally pushing
Rise
people
Star.
to download emulators
Also,
at this point.
continue adding more Nintendo 64 games such as The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask,
Like, how much is it? Like, just tell us.
as well as
Yeah. Tell us how much it is, and we can get pissed off.
Yeah, yeah.
going forward.
Or we can be excited. So if it's like an extra couple of bucks, like I don't care.
Yeah. If it's a couple of quid, fair enough.
Furthermore, we've prepared Nintendo 64 and Genesis controllers to ensure the games can be played
Nice.
with the same style controls from their original
That's
releases.
cool.
Both can be used wirelessly. These
50
controllers are
quid?
available for purchase by
That's a
any
lot.
Nintendo Switch Online
50 quid.
That's a lot.
Whoa.
You can buy a
We hope
Sega
you
Genesis
enjoy this
Mini
new membership plan.
or like a Sega Mega Drive Mini
Nintendo
for
Switch
$50, and you get two
Online
controllers with it
expansion
wired.
Yeah.
Let's see a few more Nintendo Switch
Fucking
Online.
hell, Nintendo.
That's bad. $50, man. That's a lot.
There's plenty to play in these collections.
Yay, more pots. Here
For
it
a
comes.
for a Sega Genesis controller.
Cyberpunk meets
I-
fantasy in this three-game
joking.
collection
Shadowrun.
of classic RPGs. As a Shadowrunner mercenary, you'll explore a dystopian future where magic has reawakened and fantasy creatures have come back to life. Immersive branching narratives, skill-based character growth.
I'd be really curious if Persona 5 or Persona 4 got announced
Launching on Nintendo Switch
as well,
next year.
because that would do really well on the Switch. But
The perpetual struggle against Count Dracula continues.
oh, nice! People have been asking for this.
Castlevania Advance
Yeah.
Collection brings together 4 classic Castlevania games with deathly beautiful graphics.
So this isn't part of the
music. The rework,
No, this is these are
live
new things.
thing.
button mapping
This is like their port section.
or ramp up your fight
The fact that they've just like they don't even care anymore. They're just like, yeah, we got a port section.
as
Who
well
cares?
as a gallery mode with never before seen artwork are included. Castlevania Advance Collection launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
God, I hope there's like a CRT filter.
An almighty classic returns.
Looks like it's modernized. Remaster.
The classic Super NES game
Oh.
ActRaiser returns on Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
Remastered in
ActRaiser,
It's
yeah.
not HD though, is it really?
Immortal Wizard, Almighty God, only you can save mankind from the forces of Tanzra, the Lord of Dark. You'll wage war in 2 phases. First, strike down monsters in the side-scrolling action phase to liberate the lands from the grasp of evil.
It just looks like a PS2 game.
Magic to vanquish all who stand in your path.
I know it's horrible. I know people are probably super.
How
hyped
much
about
will it
this.
be?
You've liberated
And how much
Oh,
will
it'll be
it
full
cost?
price. It'll absolutely be full price, without a doubt.
It's up to you
This is
to decide
Nintendo.
which structures will be destroyed to make way for new ones, creating a flourishing civilization. As you do so, your powers will increase, giving you an edge in both phases. Alternate between the original and rearranged versions of the beloved soundtrack and enjoy brand
Oh,
new
the soundtrack.
music.
Rearranged.
Stages and new boss battles
Remade.
also await.
I love when they use that word rearranged for music. It's like, what, did they just put it backwards or something? You know.
A new chapter is about to unfold.
Oh.
Is it doing a dump? What's it doing?
Oh. Yeah. It's just the next chapter.
Next chapter. That's a pretty catchy song.
Yeah, it's from the people that made Undertale. Like they've got another game out. Just came out. Like this is a sequel to it, I guess.
The visuals look a bit kind of Scott Pilgrim-y.
Oh yeah, they look awful, but apparently like the gameplay is awesome in these games. But that's not really what people play them for. They just really enjoy it. Got a charm to them. Like Undertale was great for that. You know.
Hmm. Oh, that looks interesting. What was that? I can't remember what it's called.
Hot Wheels. Should I want? I want a new
Trackmaker.
micro machines game. Do you remember those on like
Oh,
the
there's
PlayStation
loads
1?
of them around. Yeah, I play that all the time.
Like the isometric
level.
one. Like yeah.
Yeah.
Never actually released in the US, so like most of the people watching this won't even know what that is. But
Oh.
yeah,
I used to spend hours on that on the
yeah, it was
Sega.
great. Get hyped for Pac-Man, yo!
Full price Pac-Man, yo.
All the animes.
Overpriced.
There are still a few more announcements in today's Nintendo Direct.
Sweet.
Koizumi-san,
Oh, Miyamoto-san. What
Oh,
brings
here comes
you-
Mario.
I wanted to make an announcement, so I
Yeah.
was hoping I could step in.
This unscripted moment. Wow.
Oh, Miyamoto's got a new haircut.
Shiba Miyamoto.
That's gonna be front page news.
We previously announced that I have been working with the Hollywood movie studio Illumination and its CEO and producer Chris Meledandri-san.
Oh, please say it's not another Mario movie. The last one was terrible.
And Sing in making a full-length animated Mario movie.
No!
Today, I wanted to announce its theatrical release timing. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
He didn't even sound that enthusiastic himself. The interpreter did a better job.
The release date for North America is on December 21st, and we'll be announcing release dates for Japan, Europe, and
That
other
is a
regions
year
at
away,
later
man.
timing.
I tell you what, my boy Harrison, he's been watching like
Oh, yeah.
the 80s Mario cartoon,
I also wanted to reveal our
and
key cast
it's kind of crazy and zany as heck. So you know, Oh, really?
First, of
Chris
course,
Pratt as Mario.
Like, is this like April Fool's Day?
he's so
Or
Oh,
something?
that is funny.
Mario will be
I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, I haven't seen it yet,
Please
obviously,
look
but
forward to Mario as performed by the very talented Chris San.
Chris San.
Next,
They got-
Peach
they got-
will be played
they
by
got-
Anya Taylor-Joy.
They got some budget for
Wait,
these voice
very
actors,
spirited
man.
Princess Peach.
Charlie Day is Luigi. Okay, yeah, I like that.
Mario's little brother,
Yeah.
Luigi, will be played by Charlie Day. I'm excited for you to see
This
this.
But it's
timid-
animated, right?
On screen.
But it's animated, so they'll be just voicing. Jack Black's Bowser.
Will be played by the one
I mean,
and
Jack
only
Black will be great at anything.
I'm
But
expecting a
Yeah,
monster
but as
performance
Bowser.
by Jack Son.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great choice.
Okay.
And Keegan-Michael Key will be playing
Okay. The cast is making me
Comedy.
think maybe this could be alright. Yeah.
Yeah, the comedy relief there.
Seth
Even
Rogen,
though
Donkey
this is a
Kong.
Mario movie,
Oh my god.
Donkey Kong will also be making an appearance.
Oh my god.
Played by Seth Rogen.
These are not the people I would have picked, but now that I'm seeing them, it's kind of like, yeah, I can see it.
And of course, Charles Martinet,
Of course.
who has voiced Mario
Why is he not Mario
and
then?
Nintendo characters in our games over the years, is also involved and will be appearing.
Oh no, don't do that.
We also have more incredible talent. joining
Cranky
the
Kong.
films of some of our
I
other
love
favorite
Fred
characters.
Armisen.
That is all I can share with you today about the Mario movie. This is a very collaborative project.
They got a
between
crazy
Illumination and
budget
Nintendo,
for that cast.
involving
Crazy
creators with all
budget.
sorts
Yeah,
of
it's Mario,
ideas,
man.
and I myself
But
am
Chris
enjoying the
Pratt
creative
as
process
Mario.
that is a little bit
That's
different
kind
from
of
the
like,
games.
you know, Pikachu
Maybe a
being
while until we can share more
Ryan
updates,
Reynolds.
but I hope you're
Yeah,
looking forward
not
to
my
it.
pick, but
Sam,
not
back to you.
my
Detective
cup of tea, not
Pikachu,
my cup of tea.
Pikachu did really well, so
It did well.
Please look forward to
who the hell am I
Bob
saying?
Hoskins. Bob Hoskins as Mario, you know, so
Next, we'd
That
like to
just
show
pains
you
me to
this.
think. Splatoon.
that was like a painty game.
Is it the third or the fourth one? How many have they made now?
Music is crazy.
It's very Katamari.
Is it me or is it looking kind of sexual with all the liquid kind of?
I don't know about you, Chris, but if you're definitely shooting purple, then you need to see a doctor.
No, mine's custard yellow.
I don't know if that's worse. I think that's worse. What is happening? It's just like a furry tentacle. That was just a furry tentacle, right? That's what it was. I'm not making that up.
What is this? How can you play this? What is it? Oh, it's still the Splatoon.
My brain hurts.
Splatoon
I don't know
game.
what's happening.
Uh-oh. Someone was on something when they were making this trailer. Okay. I can't digest any of this information.
What, there's information in this? Splatoon 3. Okay.
It's Splatoon 3.
Cool.
That's the furry
Looks a lot
tentacle.
like the second one. But it probably doesn't. Like, I haven't played either of the other ones, so...
I've seen the first one.
Mammalians. The
This one looks
mammalians
like
must
it's
be
on
the,
acid.
They must be the furry tentacles.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, Jesus, look at
I'm
this
a
guy.
researcher
Right.
from the Squid Research Lab.
Squid research.
I've been meticulously
Oh.
studying the mysterious squids that can transform
This
into
feels sexual, right? It's not just me.
What you just saw was the latest research footage from Splatoon.
He's definitely giving off vibes.
Allow me to share a bit of what we know so far. Splatoon 3 takes place in Spotsville. It's known as the city of
Spotsville.
chaos. Centered around
That is sexual.
There's innuendos for days, man. Like, this is hard to ignore.
inhabited by advanced sea creatures such as squids and
Isn't it octopi?
buildings spanning several generations are crammed into the city, creating its distinctive culture. In the Splatlands, turf war appears
Splatlands.
to be a popular activity.
Turf war is a popular activity.
Two 4-player teams compete against each other to ink the most areas.
I know we're just making fun of it, but
However, the trend seems to have undergone a major shift, with the existence of new main and special weapons confirmed in the footage. In the last
confirmed in the footage.
we were able to observe activities from story
Yeah, I'm not lying to you. You just saw it.
Return of the mammalians.
meaning the reappearance of mammals, appears to be the theme of
Appears to
story
be.
this time.
Don't you work for him?
What could this possibly mean?
It's the furry tentacles, man. That's too much.
Except for 2 cats.
Turns everything into mammals.
God forbid.
It appears that there's still a lot to uncover. But we'll continue with our research.
This is so bizarre. What they're choosing to spend their money on, and like how much time they're spending of this, and he does a little weird 3. This is just bizarre. They've spent so much time on this Splatoon 3.
See you next time.
They spent a lot of time, effort, and energy on that.
So, what did you think?
Stop asking me.
Splatoon 3
Don't want to know.
is scheduled to release in 2022.
Oh, this is a fun multiplayer game. This is Splatoon 3. It's some new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Last trailer we have to show you
That
today.
guy dressed up is not going to sell any more copies of Splatoon 3. No one's going to be going, oh, that guy, I need to buy the game now. That guy's telling
It's
me.
last trailer now. What is that?
More post-apocalyptic. So is this a Mario post-apocalyptic Mario?
Shimigami Tensei?
Were those wheels just clipping in?
Oh, probably. I think it's Shimigami Tensei. It's gotta be right. Shoot! Just the Battle of Shibuya.
Just made it sparkly. Uh-oh.
I
here
like it
comes
how the
Big
gun
Old
has got
Ghost.
0 recoil as well. It's just... did.
Yeah. And they're just standing there right in front of it shooting. Well, that happens in action films, I suppose, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Was that a P for Peach?
What is happening?
So Japanese.
Oh, so Bayonetta.
Bayonetta.
Bad boy.
Bum shot.
You gotta love the bum shots. Even when she's got a skirt on, we get a bum shot.
She still can't get contact lenses though.
Fashionably late,
That is interesting, isn't it?
but I'm ready to give you everything.
She can afford jewelry and massive guns.
This is why it cracks me up, like this whole like Gamergate, like post Gamergate industry that we live in. Everyone
And this
like
stuff
was
is still being churned out.
Right.
Yeah.
and you still have to save Princess Zelda, and you still have to save Peach and stuff, like the damsels in distresses and stuff, and like everyone's okay with this stuff. Like it's fascinating to me. Like it's really confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care.
chosen.
Like I'm not like for or against it for those reasons. It's just interesting to see this sort of stuff still thrive, you know, for that reason.
I do care about ages, where the age verification is on things like this. Like, for me, kids shouldn't be playing this. Should be a grown-up game, just because of the, you know, bum shots.
Yeah,
Or just take out the bum shot, then it can be for everyone.
that'd be a lot to ask for. Yeah, I tried to play the first game of this. I could never really get into it, so it's super
I saw
zany.
people used to play it at uni on the big screen,
Yeah.
and I used to like watching it. But yeah,
Well, it's good to know it's still in development. They announced it like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Is this still it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So that yeah, we were at uni 10 years ago, and there were people playing it, and then they're still
working on it.
Still working on it.
Who's this guy? Dun dun dun.
What you just saw
What did you
was the
think?
latest trailer for Bayonetta 3.
What did you think?
We
You didn't
announced
ask,
this
man.
game in 2017, and we thank you for your patience.
It's 4 years ago.
This game will launch next year. We hope you look forward to Bayonetta's new encounters. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, they announced it
Thank you for watching.
like not long after they. I think Nintendo owned the IP for Bayonetta, or they were the only ones to fund the third one or something.
Right.
Fascinating.
Because it was on PlayStation, wasn't it?
Yep, it's on PlayStation and the Xbox 360, I want to say. I think it was. Yeah, so that is all.
What are your thoughts, Vin?
Same as always, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Bit
I mean,
underwhelming.
it was okay. It was just a bit, you know. Yeah, I don't know.
There was some, yeah.
I'm still trying to process like the what you call it, the announcement for the N64 stuff looked really cool. Like I was really excited about that.
Yeah.
And the fact that Sega was on there as well, like, oh okay, this is cool, this is great. But then when
Yeah.
they really ambiguously said that it's going to be a part of a new like subscription tier, and then they didn't tell us how much that new tier was, like that was sort of a bummer, because now like I'm sat here thinking, okay, now it's going to be like way more expensive, and it could just be a couple of dollars. Like they could have done it with really good news in that sense.
Yeah,
But
it could have been a great news story.
yeah, really bizarre.
So, individual membership for 12 months is $17.99 UK pounds, or 19.99 euros.
Is this for the new tier?
So this is just single account regular membership.
Okay. I mean, that isn't
just
that
I've
much a year,
Googled that.
to be fair.
It's not a huge amount, so that's one thing. But if you think about how much, but I'm not sure if they've announced it, but we can search for it. What was it called? N64.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I mean, I'm really excited about this just purely because I'm kind of a retro gamer in that respect anyway. Like I like playing the older games, even though like some companies are trying to get rid of it. Like I'm really glad that it's kind of ironic and funny that Nintendo are the ones like doing like game preservation in 2021, and the other companies, and Sony isn't. You know, it's kind of
yeah,
weird.
that's true.
But
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see like getting that and then showing Harrison like some of the first games that I played. So like showing him, Mario 64, showing him the original Mario Kart, and then comparing that to like Mario Kart 7 or something, and then showing what the difference is. That'd be quite cool, because that is a huge difference. That is a bit of a leap.
Yeah.
Between those games, because it was a massive leap just between regular Mario Kart 1 and then Double Dash on the Dreamcast. That was like huge change.
Yeah, the controllers are cool. Like that was another thing as well, which I saw.
The fact that they're Bluetooth and that you can connect them
wireless
Bluetooth
and 64 controllers, people will be all over that, especially like fans of the retro games, I guess. Like they'll be really into that idea. So that's really cool.
£50 for one.
It's a lot of money, man. Yeah. I mean,
it's a very old piece of hardware. I mean, yeah, the Bluetooth bit will be new, but yeah, that's a tough one to swallow.
Yeah, that's really.
Because if you want to get both, then that's £100 worth of hardware if you want to get both.
Yeah. I mean, because there was only, I think they only announced like, so how many? So it's basically all of the games that were on the Genesis Mini or the Mega Drive Mini, depending on where you are in the world. All those games will be on it, but I think there was only about 8 N64 games.
Yeah.
So that's the only
Okay.
thing. So, like, I'm sure they'll expand on that in time, but that was the only thing that looked a bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not going to be double the original membership, so it's not going to be more than like £40, is it?
No, I mean, for a year, that's not too bad. All
Yeah.
things considered. So
Yeah,
it could be
for
worse.
one person.
Right.
Yeah, you can get like family membership bundles and stuff like that. So that's better. But then you think, well, why didn't you say that? Why didn't they announce what the prices were?
That was the weird thing to me. Like, it's really strange.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't like clear that up like sooner rather than
Because they
later.
would have had to have done dollars, euros, pounds.
I guess, but like you could have just done it for like all the major regions, and then it would have been done and dusted. You know. Yeah, really strange.
Yeah, so that's an odd one. Because that could have been good news. We could have been going, yay, that was good.
Yeah.
But yeah. But then they told us about the expensive the expensive $50.
Yeah, $50 handheld for a... Yeah, it's
Bluetooth
just strange.
controller.
Because you can literally buy that. It's like I was mentioning, you can get the Mega Drive Mini, and that comes with 2 controllers for $50 probably. I know it's wireless.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot more technology in it. Like, I know it's probably got a battery in it. Like, I understand, like, it needs to be a bit more expensive. I get it. But for $50, you can buy, like, a modern controller for that, which is...
Yeah.
Yeah.
My modern controller that I bought for my PS4 Pro that's got the joysticks in different places, like the Xbox, that was like 50 quid.
Yeah.
And that's wireless.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nintendo's got a
Interesting.
Nintendo. That's the, I think that's
Yeah.
the takeaway for that.
I'm always surprised about how Nintendo can do their Nintendo videos. It always surprises me. Like, it's always something that's far, like, totally left field. Like, I could never imagine, like, post-apocalyptic Kirby. That just sounds hilarious. But it exists.
Yeah, that is a game that needed to be shown at a press conference, because if that was just like, if I saw that on paper, I would have been like, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That would have been strange. But, I mean, it was
So that
pretty
was
bizarre
good.
when we saw it, but it was still,
Yeah.
you know.
But that probably looked like the most fun to me, to be honest. That looked like the one that had my attention the most. Like, I wanted to go explore the post-apocalyptic world and just be, like, amazed at how crazy it is that there's Kirby just walking over dead corpses. There's probably no corpses, but, you know.
Yeah. Where are the people?
Honestly.
Where are
Yeah,
the
where are
people?
people?
Jesus. Oh, that's great.
And it'd be great if you find out, like, if there's like backstory, whether or not that's just a backdrop to a game, or whether or not there's like a story of like what happened to the people. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I would read that book. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like the Kirby
There was
virus.
a virus.
Yeah.
Like Kirby going around picking up pieces of paper and reading like journals of like, you know, people that are like
Yeah, man.
cowering for their lives.
Oh,
and,
that'd be
like,
great. Just like blood handprints across him. He's like, he's like really happy about
like-
it.
and eats it.
Gold.
Yeah. So that is cool. And then there's just expansiony stuff.
Yeah,
for, like,
expansion
you know,
stuff,
Mario
lots of
Party.
ports. The Castlevania
Ports.
GBA
Castlevania. People have been asking for that for
collection.
ages.
People were asking for that, so that's good news for the Castlevania fans in that respect. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
It's kind of making me want to buy a Switch. Gotta say.
It's a good handle. It's a good little console, but it's it's really tough. Like I said, just because like as nice and flashy as all this sort of stuff looks in it, and it's great. Like if you're a Nintendo fan, the problem is that all them things are probably going to be full price, like $60 each, and they're probably never going to go on sale. And when they do, it's going to be a really minimal amount when it does. So it's just a lot of money to sort of put up to sort of get into the Nintendo ecosystem. But if you've got the cash, then more power to them. You know, like I'm not going to tell people what they should spend their money on, what they shouldn't. But yeah, for me, it's hard to swallow that like all the time. You know.
Yeah. And I still can't buy a console. Still no Xbox. Still no PlayStations. Did you see in the news there was people that were in Best Buy or something, a big store in America, and there were people queuing around like blocks and blocks and blocks of lines.
Console's been out a year. You know.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's crazy that this was still in this situation.
Yeah, the industry's
it's
healthy.
Crazy that for sure. They can't make them fast enough, literally. So, yeah. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, it was better than that E3 showing, I would say.
I would say it's better than E3, yeah. I've come away going, that looks interesting.
There's a couple of games in there which I'm curious about. The N64 stuff and the Sega Mega Drive stuff that's top of my list. Like that's the stuff that gets me excited.
playing Lilac Wars like multiplayer online.
Yeah, man. Ocarina of
hooked
Time
up
on the
to
Switch.
my-
That's
Hooked
great.
up to my massive TV. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant.
I want to find like
That's
the full
that's
list of
better than
games.
playing Lilac Wars with some beers and some mates.
Doesn't get any better.
That's
right?
way better than playing COD.
Right.
Doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, yeah. So they've got Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Mario Golf, Pokemon Snap, F-Zero X, Kirby's Crystal Shards, Paper Mario, Banjo-Kazooie is on there. That's interesting.
Those are all grade A games.
Yeah.
They're all top tier games.
I think this is why people have been calling for it, because they're not really doing anything with the Nintendo 64 stuff anyway. So they've just got this gold dust sat there, and it's like, boys, like, just put it on the system, you know? Like, people want this stuff. Like, either make an awesome, like, Zelda collection that I can buy with all this stuff in, like you used to on the GameCube.
Like they did with Mario, like the Mario collection.
Right.
But people didn't like that because it didn't include, like, Mario Galaxy 2 or something.
They were really...
Or was it Mario...
Yeah. I mean, the 3D All-Stars collection only had 3 games in it, which... Really, they should be putting more on a cartridge. Like, they can fit it on there. They're just choosing not to because they want to keep the prestige of it, sort of thing. They like the idea of being like the Disney of the games industry, where they can take stuff out the vault every 10 years and everyone goes crazy for it. And they have got that, to be fair. Like, that's not completely unwarranted. It was just
fail, dude.
Yeah, it's just kind of sucks. Like, that's where we are when it comes to, you know, wanting like a decent sort of collection. Because back in the day when I remember when I got a GameCube, in the UK anyway, it was you could get the Zelda collection, which had like Wind Waker, Zelda 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then there was the SNES one, I think, was on there. There was like 5 Zelda games in this thing. Majora's Mask was on there as well. And there was a load of games just on one disc, and it was like, okay, why haven't Nintendo carried on doing that sort of thing? Because people love that stuff.
Add to it. Yeah.
It's like, imagine if there was a Mario like All-Stars collection like there was on the SNES, but on the Switch, which had all of the 3D Marios on it and not just like 3 of them. The fact that there's only 3 of them was sort of like, really? That burns a little bit. It's kind of nuts. And why they don't do that with more Zelda games and stuff, like, it's very confusing to me. But you know, they must crunch the numbers somewhere, and they figured this out where they can bleed as much money out of it as they can. So more power to them, I guess. But yeah,
they knew enough people would go nuts for it, and that's it. Yeah. It's all a numbers game, isn't it, for them? Mm-hmm. Which is a shame, because there's a parallel universe where they are more seen as like the grandfather of video game.
Yeah.
So they could be still raking in the cash. They could give people more nostalgia for less money, and make it more accessible. Like there is a version of this model where it's cheaper, and I've got one.
Yeah.
And I've had one for years, and I've been buying the games for years. But I never have, because it's freaking expensive.
Yeah.
So it's one of those weird things. It's like, it's expensive, so it's prestigious, and not many people are buying it, and you've got the super fanboys, but it's not
can you imagine
open to everyone.
Yeah, can you imagine if Nintendo had the same sort of mindset as like someone like Microsoft, like what they're doing with the Xbox right now, where everything is backwards compatible. They've got this Game Pass thing, which has got all of their first-party stuff just on there, regardless of what generation you're on. You jump, like, save files between everything. Like, if Nintendo had that mindset, and just, like, the price of everything, where it was accessible as well as great, it'd be I can't see how that would be a bad thing. Because I can't even... Like, as much money as Nintendo are probably making, and they're very smart with how they make business and stuff, like, I can't imagine how much money they are actually losing to... like piracy and emulators and things like that, because of these sort of things that they do. The fact that they're probably going to charge extra for this N64 thing is sort of like, as long as it isn't too much, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, I guess. Like, the accessibility is great, and it's definitely a step in the right direction, but they could do so much more with it. It's just like, my imagination goes wild with that sort of stuff, and that's why it's so frustrating with Nintendo, because it's like, man, you've got all this awesome stuff and you could do X, Y, and Z with it, and they're just like, nah, we'll put out a collection with 3 of the games in every 15 years, and that's all we're gonna do. It's like,
a subscription service, so as soon as you stop subscribing, you lose those games. You know,
which is fine. I mean, that's what Game Pass is like, I guess. So it's not like I'm sort of used to that model now. But it depends how much more expensive it is, which is sort of like the doubt seed is in the back of my mind now, like because they didn't announce it. It's sort of I'm worried about that.
Yeah, I've just had a quick Google and it's not. I couldn't find it straight away. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see what that price is. Yeah, but it's not good news because they would have said it if it was good news.
Yeah, because
their version of good news is saying 50 quid for a freaking
right. Yeah, it's 50, not 60.
64.
Sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's
could have been more.
That's not good news, you know.
Yeah, we knew that you'd buy it, even if it was 200 each. But yeah.
Oh well. Was there anything else that stood out to you before we close this thing out?
I mean, to be honest, I was a bit like meh when we first watched the Nintendo E3 with Metroid.
Yeah.
But that new one with more sort of in-game stuff, that was a bit more communicating what the game's about, and I'm more interested. Before it was just all of the cutscenes, I think.
Right.
There wasn't too much gameplay, and seeing some different levels and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was nice to see
how
the
it
different
works.
biomes. I think that's what sold it for me as well. Like just being in the typical sort of sci-fi metal floor, like corridor or whatever it is. Like just seeing that over and over again. But now that we've seen a little bit more diversity, I'm a bit more interested in it. But again, man, it's still $60 for a 2.5D Metroid game. You know, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I've never paid that much money for that sort of game, which is weird. And I'm considering doing it now. And this is weird things like next gen games. They're like 90, so it's like 30 quid more.
No, so if we're talking US anyway, which is probably what most of our viewership's going to be anyway. If you're in the US, then games are 70 for PlayStation 5 exclusives, and then it's 60 for third parties. Same for Xbox, I believe. So I'm not sure what that is in UK pounds now. I'm not sure what like the ceiling is. It's like £50 now for a game, right? 50, 60. Yeah. God, I mean, when I lived in England, this is how long I've been out of England now. When I was there, games were still £40.
Yeah.
$39.99.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yep, those were the days. I remember I paid like 60 quid for what was it? Battlefield Modern Warfare 2. I'm sure I've told this story before, and it came in a metal case.
Call of Duty, you mean? Sorry.
Call of Duty, yeah. Modern Warfare 2 came in a metal case and an art book, and the art book was 7 pages. And the art book was this big.
Money well spent, right?
It was like a tiny little pamphlet. It didn't even fit the case. It was like half the size of the case. It was I remember
I went to a midnight launch. Like quick story before we finish up. I went to a midnight launch. Has nothing to do with Nintendo either. But me and a friend Luke went to a midnight launch for Call of Duty Black Ops, and like we were walking in, we were all lined up, and we like got to the door at the same time, and he was like, "Oh, after you," and I was like, "No, sir, after you," and then like he went in front of me, and like as we walked in, they were like handing out these tickets to us, like like lottery tickets or whatever, like number tickets, raffle tickets. That's the word I was looking for. And we're all stood there like, what the hell are these for? Okay, never mind. And we just put them in our pockets. I carried on standing in line with our money out, waiting for Black Ops, so we could go and play it.
Yeah.
Like my number got called out, and I was like, what? So it's like, yeah, you get like the deluxe version of the game for free. And I looked at Luke and I was like, after you, good sir. And I just like ran over and I was like, I got this game. But Brilliant. I'll never forget it. Like he was not happy about it. But
I bet.
Good times.
Oh wow, that's a good story.
And that game was only going to be £40 as well. So yeah, times have changed, but Nintendo games will always be expensive, I guess. So that pretty much finishes up our sort of coverage of the Nintendo Direct, I guess. Like for me, it was okay. Like nothing. It was certainly better than the E3 showing, I would say.
Yes.
It felt a bit more of a structured thing. Like the retro stuff is really exciting. I'm really interested in that. Metroid looks cool.
Yeah.
Just it's nice to see Nintendo like read the room a little bit in that respect.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like it was more crowd pleasing. It seemed like they probably listened to the notes people said from the E3 Nintendo.
I would hope so.
and responded in kind. We didn't see any Zelda.
No, we didn't. You're right. I mean, we saw Hyrule
2.
Warriors, but yeah, we didn't see anything of Breath of the Wild 2, which was
Yeah.
But I think they had enough Zelda stuff in that. That's probably why they sold me
Yeah.
ignored it, I'm guessing. So they had Hyrule Warriors, they had Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and the retro stuff. So they probably ticked that box enough, I guess. So which I'm probably more excited about Ocarina of Time than I am Breath of the Wild 2 anyway. So it works out for me great.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Probably. Right, it's nearly midnight here now.
Yeah,
so.
We better let you go, sir, because you are definitely stuck in England. So you are.
Yeah.
You're on a bit of
another
a
thing.
Scale.
Thanks, Nintendo. Yeah, thanks for that. Like starting a live video at 11 o'clock on a school night.
They really don't care about English people.
They hate me. Yeah. Oh well.
It's just
because they know I haven't bought a console.
It's just you. Yeah, that's it. They're like, well, he hasn't bought a console anyway. He's probably not going to watch.
It's all come back in the marketing. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Chris, where can people find you, man?
So they can find me on Twitter at Acrylic Pixel, and on YouTube I'm Acrylic Pixel as well. What about you, Vin?
Yep, you can find me on Twitter. I am at Hillfort Games. You can also find me on ArtStation. I make concept art, so you can find me on there at Vin Hill Art. So if you're into concept art and stuff, then you can come follow me on there. But other than that, please subscribe, like, comment. What did you think of the conference? Like, did you enjoy it? Like, what really stood out to you, if anything, like at all? Like, was it a complete dud to you? Like, we'd like to hear it. Because, like, I know, like, Nintendo's got some really diverse followers, I should say.
That's a very, very good way of putting it. Yes.
Yeah.
A very kind way of saying screaming fanboys.
Right. Yeah. Rabid, I would even, like,
but yeah,
go with.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let us know. Fanboys, make yourself known. And girls.
And the ladies, of course, yeah. But, yeah, until next time. Please hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we do go live. We normally go live every Sunday, which we will be doing this week as well. And we'll probably be talking a bit more about this once our thoughts are collected as well. But until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.